Welcome. My name is Kitten. I'm a women's functional health practitioner, and I help you rebalance your skin, gut, energy, and cycle. And in this video, I'm going to share with you a fascinating experiment to remind you how powerful you truly are. I've been through it all with my own journey, and now I help women get to the point where they feel more balance and ease in their every single day. Often we talk about the physical things that we can be doing, the tangible things, the food, nutrition, sleep, all of that. But there's something that I would argue is equally, if not more important, which is what is going on, the conversation that is happening in our mind. So when I work with a woman and she says, I feel like the biggest shift that has changed besides all my external results of my symptoms lessening, me feeling better, is my mindset. And so I really want to share with you this powerful um, experiment by a local YouTuber as well. And so I'll tag his video, Adam Mock, below. I got this screenshot from his video, and I'm going to make this bigger so that you can truly see what is going on here. And so I don't know if you're familiar with the rice experiment, but what Adam did was he took it to a level where he put the same amount of rice in these brand new mason jars that had been completely unopened. This was cooked rice. He put them all 3 containers in the same shelf, and he left it there for a year. But before doing that, every single day, he spoke to each of the containers. And so one of the containers of rice, he would say loving things to. The other, he would say really hateful things to. So one, "I'm so grateful for you." The container that he was meant to hate, he would just say as many profanities that could come to mind. And then one he completely ignored, that was the neutral one, the control. And, you know, he did this every day for 30 days. He left the rice in his cupboard, which was not too hot of an environment, a controlled environment. A year later, now we are looking at the results of what was happening. And he said that he noticed shifts in just about a week of what he was saying to this rice. And so one of these jars on this screen is the one that was love, the other is the one that was hate, and one is the one that was neutral slash ignored. And so I want you to guess which one you think is hate. When we're looking at these jars, you might be considering that it's this one or the one or this one all the way on the right, the one that's darkest that has the most amount of mold. We see that this one's the clearest and this one's got a bit of mold. So you might consider, all right, well, hate, negative emotions can be associated with this one. Fascinatingly enough, it was the neutral, the one that was ignored, quote unquote. That's this one on the right over here. This one in the middle is the hate jar, and the love jar is the best looking one, the sweetest smelling one as well. And so I say this to you because if speaking to rice can have an impact, and there will be people who saying, "Oh, well, it wasn't controlled enough. There's so many moving pieces." Yeah, 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 yeah. But that's not the point. The point here is if there is even the possibility that the way that we speak to ourselves impacts ourselves on a day-to-day basis, why would we not make that shift there? Address the root of what is going on. Because we can see the rice is impacted. And so here I truly encourage you that the next time you go to eat a meal, whatever it may be, you put loving intentions into it. You say, may this nourish my body. Because if there's the chance that that can impact what that food's going to do for you, let alone it will also impact your state. So 100% it's going to impact how your body receives the nourishment because you're going to be in a better state, a grateful one. You're going to move away from your autonomic fight or flight nervous system, your sympathetic branch of your autonomic nervous system, and you're going to move into the parasympathetic branch of the autonomic nervous system. And listen, when my skin looked like this, Every single morning when I had my green smoothie, you best believe that I was putting good intentions into it, and I was visualizing quite literally that as I was taking a gulp of my protein shake, it was going down into my stomach, nourishing my cells. Because that will have an impact and it will give you a better appreciation for your body. Because now there's more research that literally with our emotions, we can turn on specific chemicals. We can upregulate chemicals in our body that act as a protector against the flu, for example. Specifically, immunoglobulin IgA, which is like our first line of defense against certain things like bacteria, viruses. And so elevated emotions, gratitude, love, joy, they impact our physiology. We can quite literally turn off our stress hormones in the same way. And so this is something that is powerful to tap into. And then a second one is to not identify with something that you're experiencing. If you've been on this health journey for a while now, you might have all these labels going on: hypertension, hypothyroid, insulin resistant, PCOS, acne, my headaches, my mood swings, my terrible periods, my terrible PMS, my this, my that, my hair loss, all of this, we're identifying with it being a part of us by saying my. And so one thing I never did was say my acne. I was always quick to correct myself to say the acne because I never wanted to claim something in my body, on my body that was happening that I did not want for the long term. And so it's simply a mindset shift. And Marissa Peers, she is a world renowned speaker, transformational therapy trainer. She talks about this as well, to be very intentional with the words we're using and what we're claiming. And so we obviously need to understand that our body is the messenger. The symptoms are messages for us, but we don't need to identify with this as being our whole being because we're more than that. Right? We are bigger than that, and it can often get really easy to get caught up in the numbers, in the statistics, in the diagnoses, whatever that may look like for you. And so I want you to remind yourself of that today. Alrighty? So I am sending you so much love. And these are the two things. We can speak to our food, to our water, and also not identify completely with what is going on while taking responsibility for it. It is possible to do both at the very same time. And so previously, I'd laugh and say, well, these are a couple of woo woo things I do. But having seen how impactful they are, I stand by this 1000%. I'm sending you so much love wherever you are.